Are ready for game lab number 27, which once again is going to be about collisions. We did collisions in lesson 26, but this is going to be about collisions again. Here's the difference. This time we're going to stick an object like somewhere over in here on our game screen, and we're going to get it moving in this direction like this. We're going to stick an object over here on our game screen. We're going to get it moving in this direction, and we're going to put them on a collision course, so that somewhere here in the middle, they're going to come together and they're going to run into each other. Boom, like right in here. All right, so we're going to focus on, okay, so what happens? The difference here is yesterday or previously in our previous lesson, we had a stationary object and we had a moving object. This time they're both going to be moving. So what difference does that make? How does that all behave differently if both objects are moving? And that's what we're going to find out. That's what the lesson is about. And we're going to work through 4 different collisions once again, like we did in the previous lesson. I am going to hop, let's see, we're going to go over here and go here. So it's going to be, again, 4 short programs with 2 moving objects. They have to come toward each other. They should, be on a collision course. And we're going to do the same 4 kinds of things that we did in the previous lesson. Bounce, bounce off, collide, and displace, and see what difference does it make that both of the objects are moving. And in this case, which one you put in as the target can make a difference as well. And you can play around with that and just get a result that you're happy with. All right, so let's go over to code.org. And I've got this, I've got a partially done program. I didn't want to spend, the whole time in the movie building something that, excuse me, that you didn't need to see. So over here on my animation tab, I'm going to switch over to the animation tab. I have created these 2 little characters, red and blue. And really, they are kind of copies of the same thing, but they've been flipped. And one of them was filled with red, one was filled with blue. And so there you go. Those are my 2 little characters that I'm going to use. Now, you can use anything you want. You can get things out of the library. You're going to have 2 moving objects, and they're going to have to move toward each other. I'm using red and blue here, but you can use whatever you want. You can make something or you can get something out of the library if you want to. Now, so far in my programming, I've created the sprite, set the animation, and I've scaled both of them. And I set their locations. If I were to go ahead and run this right now, here's what it looks like at this point. Neither one of them is moving. And you can see that red is over on the left and blue is over on the right. And they are facing each other and they're kind of ready to move toward each other. And they're going to have a collision. They're facing right at each other. All right, well, so my next step, and you would have to build this kind of stuff as well. Take a look at everything I've got in there, right? You would have to create your sprite, set your animation. If you need to scale it, scale it. If you need to rotate it, rotate it. But you're going to have to get it set up so that they're in position. And now the next thing I'm going to do is give them some movement. And these are going to be velocity x's. We're on the x-axis. I'm going to make them move toward each other. And I don't want them to go too fast. So for red, the velocity x is going to be a positive number. I'll just try 7. And then for blue, I'll get that in there. That's going to be a -7 because I want him to go the other direction. All right, so now let's go ahead and reset and run that. And you see that we have movement now. All right, cool. They're moving toward each other. And so now we just get into the whole, okay, so let's set up collisions and see what happens when you have 2 moving objects like what I've got here. Well, that gets into the same kind of thing that we did yesterday, where we're going to go to the sprite drawer here. I'm going to roll that up some. And the first one we're going to do is bounce. And I'm going to pull it over here. All right, cool. And now this is where, since you have 2 moving objects, I could do this 2 different ways. I could say red, bounce, blue, or I could say blue, bounce, red. Would that give me a different result? Maybe. So I'll just set it for red, bounce, blue, and we'll just find out. All right, so I brought over a bounce block. I'm going to run it. Red, bounce, blue. Now see, it looks like they just bounce right off of each other. All right, let's reverse it just for kicks, and let's see what happens. Blue, bounce red. I'm not sure there's going to be a difference. blue bounce red. There really isn't. So in this case, when you have two moving objects and you set a bounce situation, really there's not a whole lot of difference in the order. It doesn't matter a whole lot. All right, so this one is done. I'm real quick going to come up here and rename it because this is going to be another 4-program day. Oh my goodness, what a slave driver I am. I'm going to call this bounce 2. We did a bounce yesterday, so I'm going to call it bounce 2. And I'll save that program. And I'll just run it one more time just to make sure that it saves as bounce 2 there. There we go. All right. So, what I'm going to be looking for is, did you use the bounce block? That's what I want. Okay, let's reset that. And let's go remix. And I'm going to do rename. And this is going to be bounce off. And I'm going to put a 2 on it because we did a bounce off yesterday, or in the previous, I keep saying yesterday, which, in this case, that's what it was, but it might not always be true. All right, so I'm going to pull that out, and we're going to do a bounce off. So we'll bring a bounce off block in there. And again, you can play around with the order. What do I want to do? I'll try red, bounce off blue first. Let's try that order. I could have switched it. I could have said blue, bounce off red. But let's find out what happens. Here we go. Red, bounce off. Oh, do you see that? All right. So in this case, this really is different. Red definitely bounces off of blue and kind of bounces back the other way. But blue keeps moving, right? And that's one difference. That we didn't have that situation yesterday because we didn't have two moving objects, or in the previous lesson, I should say. All right, so that one's a bounce off, right? And if I were just kicks and giggles here, what if I reverse that? Blue, bounce off red. It does just the opposite, right? Blue comes flying in, bounces off and runs away from red, and red keeps moving because red still has its velocity that it was assigned. All right, so that one's done. 2 down. Let's go on to our third. I'm going to reset this. I'm going to remix this. I'm going to rename this. Oops, sorry. This is going to be collide, and I'm going to call it collide 2 because we did a collide in our previous lesson, so I'll go ahead and save that. And we'll pull out the bounce off block, and I want to put in a collide block. And again, I'll start with red, collide, blue. All right, so let's see what happens here. I don't know if you remember in the previous lesson, when you set collide, the thing that is the target kind of really becomes an obstacle. The other object can't move past it. So let's go, now see how they stay together. That's not a bounce off. If you pay attention to that, that is different than bounce off, right? They come together and they stay together, but blue, the red cannot move past blue. Blue wins that battle. Now, if I were to reverse that, again, it's not hard to reverse it. Just switch the names, right? Let's say blue collide red. It's going to do just the opposite. All right, blue cannot move past red, and red is moving in that direction from left to right, so red winds up kind of being the winner there. Now, that might wind up looking pretty similar to our next one. Let's find out. All right, so that is that's our third one. That's done. Let's go on. Let's do a remix. Let's do a rename. And we're going to do our last one, which is displace. And I'm going to put a 2 on it because we did a displace in the previous assignment. And I'm going to pull out the collide block, and I'm going to put in the displace block. And we'll start with red, displace blue. Here it goes. All right. Now that's not too different from collide, except it's kind of the opposite. When we had collide, if it said red collide blue, blue would actually win that shoving match, right? Blue would not let red by, and blue would wind up pushing red off the side. This is the opposite. Red displaces blue. So even though blue is moving, red pushes blue off the side. If I reverse it, say blue displace red, it's going to be just the opposite. Here we go. Blue pushes red off of the side. Like that. There it is. All right. So now, if you were to look at your projects here, if you did it with all the remix and renames and all that kind of stuff, you would see, I'm looking at my projects here, I see a bounce to, a bounce off to, a collide to, and a displace to, and those are all of the programs, all of the links that I would need to share and copy and attach on Google Classroom and then hit the turn in button when they are all connected. You've done well with that on previous assignments, so I have all the confidence in the world that you can do it again. All right, I have these 4 programs that would have to be turned in and submitted and ready to go. All right, let's go knock it out.